I'm going to show you how to use Ailyze to analyze your qualitative data. Imagine you have your data in Excel spreadsheets, right? Maybe a survey with open-ended responses, and sometimes you may also have close-ended responses, right? So as you can see here, this is the data that we're going to use. It's a data about mental health providers. Demographic information were collected. The thought about mental health stigma was collected in discrimination and also suggestions for improvement. So participants provided open-ended responses based on questions related to these topics or concepts. And then at the end, they also completed an instrument measuring cultural intelligence. So imagine that you have your qualitative data in Excel spreadsheet. Can you use Ailyze to analyze your data? Yes. So this AI-powered tool can be used to analyze this kind of data. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through and run it and then see what we're going to get. When you go to ailyze.com, this is what you see, right? So what you have to do is that when you log on, you have to go to Launch Ailyze Pro, right? So you click on Launch Ailyze Pro, and then you click on Analyze Excel. So you click on that, and then this is what is going to show, right? It will take you to all the projects that you have and then all the things that you have analyzed. So I've already analyzed my data, which was in Excel spreadsheet. So you can see all of them here. So now if you want to start a new project, you click on Create New Project, and then it will give you the chance to upload it to the Excel spreadsheet, or you can use previous ones that you have already uploaded. So we want to upload a new one. So I upload the data. And then the next step is to go down here, and then this place you have the chance to choose the type of analysis. So there are two main types of analysis here, right? Do you want a system to analyze all columns in a survey? If that's the case, you choose the first one. So you click on Analyze All Columns, and the system go through everything. It will check and review and provide you what it's going to do. So it's checking the numeric data, categorical data, and also text data. This is the last step. So this is what you can see. So the system has grouped your data into three categories now, right? Numeric data, age, right? So as you can see from, let me open the data for you to see. Here, the data is a numeric data, so that's good. So now you have a choice, and also the cultural intelligence score there is numeric data. So as you can see here, the cultural intelligence score is a numeric data. So that's perfect. And then if you disagree, you can always cancel that. So you always have the choice. So in terms of categorical data, the index, I don't need it there because it was just numbers that was assigned to each participant to make sure for you to know how many participants. So the index, I don't need that. If you don't need it, you just take it out, right? So you check everything here, if everything is fine. So in terms of text data where participant gave open-ended responses, everything has been put here. If you don't want the system to analyze anything, you can always take it out. So now if you are okay with what you have, you go to the next segment. So think about segment as demographic information. So the system is going to present the findings based on the age, also gender and educational experience, right? So it's going to summarize all the information here and present it based on this segment. If you are not interested, you can always take it out, right? So let's say you don't want the age, you can take it out from that place. Then you move on to optional instruction. This is where you provide a little bit of context about each of the columns, right? Or instruction that you want to provide. So let's try this and see. I have some few research questions here that I want to try it out. So as you see, I have a research question here. Let me put one of the research question and see how the system is going to help us understand. So I'm putting, can you address this research question? I just want to put more than one these research questions. And let's see what the system is going to do. So I'm going to copy and paste some of the research questions. So let me try and paste about 3 of them. So these are the 3 research questions that I have. What are the perceived causes and contributing factors to mental health stigma according to mental health providers? And the second one is what efforts are currently being made to address mental health stigma? And the last one, what additional measures do mental health providers suggest could be taken to address mental health stigma? So when you finish, you can go ahead and click here. This is optional. If you don't have any background information, you can leave this place blank. When you provide information, you have to click on identify top themes and sub-themes. So we can click on that and the system can run and help us to identify potential themes. And let's see what we will get. So the AI has identified themes and sub-themes, and you can feel free to edit, right? So always the good thing about the system is that you can edit, right, any suggestion that's provided to you, right? So you can see here that this is a sub-themes and also the description. You can always edit if you don't want that. So this is the theme, right? And these are sub-themes and also the description of it. If you're okay with what the system has provided to you, the next step is to scroll down to the last one after going through everything. I think it's long. And then you can now click on that. You click on Analyze Numeric Test Categorical Data Across Segments. So you see how there was a place where you provided information about a segment, like the demographic information. So now that it has a theme, it will be presenting the information based on the categories that you have related to the demographics. So you click on that and then it will process and analyze, and then you'll be able to get a result. So you see how the system will suggest things to you, and you get a chance to review and make that adjustment, right? So it's not only the AI doing the analysis for you, you are taking a supervisory role and making sure that the information that is being provided making sense and they are directly addressing the research question and they meet your expectation. So it is processing and it's showing that it's in progress. When the time is up, it will tell you that it's ready. When it's completed, an email notification will be sent to you so that you'll be able to come and open and see how the results look like. As we are waiting for the results, we can go back and do the next analysis, the one that you'll be able to choose the second type of analysis. Now we chose the first type, it gave you the 2 options, and we chose the first type, we're going to do the second one. So you click on create new project. This time, instead of us uploading, we go to previous project and then we can choose the one that we have used, right? I can choose this one. Instead of choosing the first type of analysis, we're going to choose the second type of analysis because we have already run this one and we were waiting for the results, right? So you choose the second one, choose the column that you want to analyze. So you choose the column that you want the system to analyze. So maybe I want to look at the gender, I want to look at experience, I want to look at their thoughts concerning mental health stigma and suggested improvement. You can choose all of them if you want. So I've chosen about 4 issues that I'm interested in. There's an option here. Same way you can put any of the research question there. So let's try to put the same research questions there and see how the system is going to run the analysis, right? Then we can compare. So we put the same 3 research question and go to identify top themes and sub-themes. We provide you suggested themes and then you can edit, take some out if you don't want that. And then we move on to the next stage. So the system has provided us some themes. So gender is male and female. It has provided all the themes we can review and making sure that everything is right. So this is the theme and subtheme related to the thoughts about stigma. And then these are the themes and subthemes. As I said, you can always edit if you think that you have a better label for the themes or the subthemes. So when you are ready, you click on code each row in spreadsheet based on these themes and subthemes. So you have to code each row in spreadsheet based on these themes and subthemes. So you click on that and the system will do the coding based on the theme and subtheme. An email will be sent to you when it's completed. So as you can see here, here is the result. So you can see that there's a lot of links here that you can look at. And I'm going to explain to you why you have links here. You may ask yourself, why not only one link with all the results? So let me explain to you. So we did the first one. Remember that we did our first analysis. We put all these under text data, right? So the results is based on all these test data. So the system went through the spreadsheet and analyzed each column, right? Analyze the tests under each column. So the results will be based on each of the columns. So as you can see here, there's a column called patient discrimination concern. And then you have it here, patient discrimination concerns, right? So when you click on that, I just want to also emphasize that, to get a very good experience of this site, always use Explorer as your browser. Firefox browser is not all that efficient when it comes to using this software. So use Explorer or other browsers so that you can really get a very efficient kind of process in terms of getting access to all the information without having any problem with, okay, some of the links may not work, right? So this is what you're going to see, right? So for the information or the text related to patient discrimination concern, these are the results. It will give you a synthesis. You can click on that and give you all the information that you have to know about the results and all the themes, and then every information that you want to know about the theme. And when we go back here, you see these are the themes, right? You can see identity and self-perception challenges. And then under that, we have sub-themes, right? So if you want to know more about sub-themes, you can click on that, right? You click on this one, it will take you to the sub-themes. But let's look at the synthesis so that you'll be able to see what you are looking for. So the synthesis, as I said, gives you all the themes and explanation of the themes. And then it gives you the frequency analysis. So this one is for the themes, right? And to show you overall participants, so participants that are linked to each of the themes. Here you can see there's 15 participants are linked, 18 participants. And you remember that when we were going through the data, let me show you, we indicated, so there's a place where we indicated segments, right? And the segment, we put gender and educational segment. So this means that analysis can be break down based on the groups that you have. So if you want to know more about each of the groups, like, okay, gender as a variable, demographic variable, you can see that for this theme, these are the 40 males were linked to this one, and then 34 females were linked to this theme. So this one will be able to see the themes and also who are linked to what, how many participants from each of the groups are linked to what, right? So as you can see here, if you want to know the overall without any groupings, you can choose this one to see the number of participants for each of the themes. If you want to see education, it can also provide that information for you. And you can download it if you want to as PNG. And also you can download an Excel spreadsheet, right? So this one is for the sub-themes, the same thing overall, and then gender, and then education. So as I said, you see that when we were running the analysis, we're about to set up the analysis, there's a place called segment, and we put gender, and education there. That's why the results has been arranged this way. This table is not all that useful, but you can review and see what you're going to get out of that. But what is really useful is each of the sub-themes, and also the description, right? So you have all the sub-themes and the description. You can download it if you want to download, or you can copy it and paste it on your Word document. So this is for only one column, the column that is called patient discrimination concern. So it's opening the responses to the issue related patient discrimination, and this is the result. When you go back, we can also explore causes of stigma. There was a column that participant has responded to, and it's related to the causes of stigma. The same thing, you can look at the synthesis and you can see all the information here about the teams. And then you see the overall, and you can go to gender and see the groups based on the themes that you have. So that's how you're going to do it. It has given you the results based on each of the column. And then another interesting thing, if you want to chat with the report or the data, you can click on this one, right, to chat. So if you want to chat, let's do something very interesting here. First, let's go back. I think we are focused here. So let me go back here. So this is about their response to concern the causes of stigma, right? So maybe you can ask questions related to that. So here, what you're gonna do is you can let me look for a question related to that, and then so maybe I want to ask this question and see how the system is going to. So this one of the research question: what are the perceived causes and contributing factors to mental health stigma according to mental health providers? And then you click on enter, and the system will run through the data and then provide you the results. So it will take a few seconds for you to get a result. It's running. So let's wait and see. Okay, so as you can see here, it has given you all the causes related to stigma, right? So there are three causes and gave a summary. So you see how even if you don't get information from the findings, you can still have a chat with the system. The system will be able to provide you information that you want. Let me see. Let me ask a second question. Let's see. Let me see what a system can answer this question. Right. So what efforts are currently being made to address mental health stigma? Let me see. Okay, so see, it has provided you the answer. So let me see whether you can do this. Can you create a chart based on the themes you have provided? Let me see whether the system can do this. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's interesting. So it was able to do that. So let me push it a little bit and see what you're gonna get. Let me ask this question whether I'll be able to get some. So here you can also download the chart, right? And then let me see whether the system can answer it. What's the relationship between thought on stigma and cultural intelligence? Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. So it has done it and it said there's a weak correlation close to zero. Okay. So it's a weak correlation suggests that there's a little or no linear relationship between the depth of thought on stigma and cultural intelligence. Okay, the interpretation. Okay, that's good. So you see how you can definitely ask the system questions about your data and you'll be able to get a very good result, right? So that is what the chart can be used for. So let's go back. So let's focus on I think we also did a second analysis, which was, let me show you, let me see what I can. So for the second analysis, so as you can see here, for the second analysis, we chose this one, right? So this means that this one is chosen if you don't want a system to analyze all the columns, but you select a group of columns that you want a system to analyze. So we selected the columns that we want a system to analyze. We want them to analyze things related to gender, experience, thoughts on stigma, and suggested improvements. As you can see here, gender, thoughts on stigma. So when you click on total stigma, it may not quickly take you to that place. You may have to cancel the chat, right? Especially when you were previously using the chat, right? You cancel the chat and then you see the result here, right? So as you can see here, you go to synthesis and it has all the themes and the conclusion and also overall results here, right? As you can see. And then there's a theme. So there's a chart showing the themes and also the number of participants connected to each theme. If you want to do it by gender, you'll be able to do that. If you want to do it by education, you'll be able to do that, right? So this is how the results are going to look like. So this is what I have for you. If you have any question, I'll be happy to address them for you. And you can also use my promo code. So let me share my promo code with you so that if you want to access the system, you can access this for free. But if you want to use the pro version, then you have to pay. But you can use my promo code. So let me look for my promo code. Let me show you. So you can use edu30, the promo code edu30 to get 30% off, right? So if you have any question, let me know. I'll be happy to address. I provide one-on-one consultation. And so if you are interested, you can just email me and I'll be happy to address it for you. So let me also type my email here, info@drphilipedu.com, right? So thank you so much for your time. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of rich videos for you. Thank you.